Not the safest video today, huh? Hello and welcome back to the Novice Lumberjack. And in this episode, I'm going to try to show you how to cut through a log like this, where it's clearly going to bind really badly without it binding. We'll see. This is a big poplar, and it's a poplar. It's not good for a lot of things, but it's here. And if I can get a large section of this, it would be great, just perfect for testing out the 50cc saws and things like that, because I don't care about it. I can make cookies all day long. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and get a section of this. We've got over there on that tree. Can you see, babe?
I don't know what you're pointing to.
The tree with the pulley.
Oh yeah.
All right, anyways, over there we've got a snatch block, and we're going to hook up with the tractor and try and get this thing out of here. Okay, but for right now, I get things pinched all the time. And I've had more than one person tell me this little trick. This is the first time I'm remembering to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a cut just deep enough to where I can start getting my wedges in. All right, and as I go deeper, I'll pound my wedges a little further. And hopefully it's good. I'm on the uphill side of this log, so if it goes anywhere, it's going to want to go that way. But yeah, watch out for your toes. And this is my Husqvarna 61, which I haven't been showing it much love. And it's time to break it out and show you guys. Great saw. One of the better 60cc saws ever, in my opinion. So that was pretty perfect. It did hit my boot. Look at that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Not the safest thing in the world, but it worked. The saw didn't get pinched, and I'm alive. So tomorrow, actually, you know what? Go ahead and keep recording, babe. I'm going to fail this real quick.
Okay.
All right, I'm just going to drop it. That's red oak, good firewood. And while I'm here, I'm going to get it.
it's going to fall on that chainsaw.
I don't think it will, but we'll move it. Well, it might.
It also seems to want to come my way. I don't know.
What?
This way. Anyway.
Oh yeah, I don't think it's gonna go that way. That's a nice quick little job, quick little video. Tomorrow, I'll try and snatch these things up. Maybe I'll post this video as it is right now. Maybe I'll wait until tomorrow. I don't know. Okay, so the wife doesn't really want to go back down there today, and to tell the truth, neither do I. We ran 400 feet of fencing this morning, and we're kind of spent. Don't want to do anything else. Anyways, so I figured I would give a little love to the Husky 61. Somebody, I can't remember the name, I don't know, mentioned something, and I think it's Frank. I think, Frank, you've got a 61 or maybe two. Anyways, point is maybe I think, you know what, I got to break this thing out because I haven't had this thing running for, I don't know, 6 or 7 months. I've been so tied up with the Polands and having fun with those. And that's what it's about for me. So I have a lot of trees that fall, and I've got to clear them out. I need firewood, all that jazz. So I need to do chainsaw work. But the collection of cool chainsaws and trading them back and forth and everything, that's what's fun for me. It's fun. So a little bit about this 61 and how I feel about the Husqvarna 61. Freaking excellent. That's how I feel about it. It is an excellent firewood saw. And what I mean by that is it's got ample power to pull this 24-inch bar. Perfectly fine, all right? These rakers are a little bit low on this chain. It's a little grabby. I have a tendency to do that. I'm not the best at sharpening. But yeah, it works great. Since I got it, so I actually got it for free. There was a made in Sweden Husqvarna 77 that I had went to get off of Craigslist or something like that. And while I was there, I had agreed to pay, I think, $125 for it, maybe $150. And while I was there, I just asked the guy, hey, do you have anything else? And he pulls out this. And he said, I don't know what's wrong with it. It won't start. But it had good compression. I figured the typical stuff. And so I said, well, I'll do the deal if you throw that one in for free. And he said, okay. And he did it. So I got this one in my mind for free. And all I've done to it is that, well, of course, this VersaCut bar. All right. Which these are good bars, by the way. I've had this thing for a good time. Yeah, I put some serious hours on it, and it's still holding its paint pretty well. Of course, it hasn't worn or anything. It's good. But it was the coil. This thing has the old 2-piece coil, but you know, I bought a used one. I think I bought a used one, or I might have bought a reproduction made in China one. I don't know. Put them on there. Runs great. I did go ahead and put a 272 made in China kit on there. one of those real cheap ones, and it never worked right. Not to mention, I mean, it didn't have quite as much power, but I think that was more because it wasn't broken in, and on top of, I didn't put the bigger carburetor like it needed and everything. So, anyways, but it wouldn't run right, and it got to a point, you know, it would just stop running and stuff, and so I said, heck with it. I'm taking this Chinese kit off, putting the stock back on. Well, in the process of doing that, I found that I had a gasket, an intake gasket was popping out. And so, lesson learned, you can use the Chinese cylinders if you want to, or not, whatever, but their gaskets are pretty crap. So I try and always use Husky gaskets as often as I can. But I ended up putting it back to a 61. This is basically my permanent, it wears this permanent 20-inch bar. It will pull a 24-inch in a pinch, but it doesn't like it. It's a little bit too much bar for it. So if you're doing that, I would definitely suggest running a skip tooth chain and, you know, keeping the rakers a little high. Make it easier on it. But as far as the firewood saw goes, it doesn't get much better than this. It always starts on me. And it just pulls good, works great, especially when I'm in something like poplar, you know, or pine. I'm still envious of you guys that are out west and the only thing that you cut is Doug fir. Nice soft wood, you just pulling on it. It's gotta feel good every time. These red oaks, man. Well, you saw this thing whenever I was cutting down that red oak, it was struggling. It was struggling. It didn't struggle at all on that poplar. But on the red oak, it didn't want to be there like that. So, but anyways, yeah, a little love for the 61. The big question now is, which is better? The Husqvarna 61 or the Poland 3750? Both 60cc saws. I think this is 61cc, but you know, that's a 60cc saw. I don't know. My guess goes to the Poland. I definitely like the Poland better. As much as I like this thing, and especially whenever I first got it, I thought, oh, this is awesome. This is it. But the Poland's just cool. And it runs good. Definitely pulls higher RPM than this. Definitely. This thing, I think, is only supposed to be ran at like 12.5. The Poland 13.8. So that's a lot of RPMs more. But anyways, that's enough rambling. Hope you enjoyed the video.